3, 2, 1, go!
Why does Doey say the gentle voices lie in chapter 4? Doey only says this when he's angry, and that's the key to understanding it. Doey's made up of 3 different children, Jack Ayers, Kevin Barnes, and Matthew Hillard. In a chapter 4 tape, a scientist describes Kevin as a problem child, aggressive, confrontational, attacking his own friends during moments of intense play. Kevin was trouble, and he's the one in control when Doey snaps. During Doey's breakdown, after Safe Haven is destroyed, his personality split entirely. He's arguing with himself, trying to decide if we're a friend or an enemy. When he transforms into his monster form, 3 heads emerge from his mouth. 2 are sad with their arms over Doey's mouth, trying to hold him back. The 3rd is reaching outward, wanting to kill us. That 3rd one is Kevin. So where do the gentle voices come from? Well, in a chapter 3 tape, a scientist is documenting Kevin's condition when one of Kevin's friends bursts in asking where he is. The scientist immediately switches his tone to something calm, almost fatherly. He tells the boy that Kevin is very sick and they're going to make him better. He's lying. They're about to turn Kevin into an experiment. We hear this play out in the tape with Jack's parents. His mom comes to see Doey, overwhelmed with guilt. She tries to reconnect with her son, calling him Jackie, promising she won't hurt him. But Doey screams the gentle voices lie. They poke and they hurt. The scientist locked his parents inside the room with him, knowing exactly what a freshly turned experiment would do. Both parents were killed. And because we're an adult, an employee from 10 years ago, Doey instinctively doesn't trust us either. When things go bad, he shifts the blame to us. It's the same pattern. An older person using kind words, and Kevin knowing from experience that kind words from adults always lead to pain. Before Doey dies, his last words to us include the gentle voices lie. Even at the end, Kevin couldn't let go of what was done to him. The scientist took him from the only home he knew, lied to his face, and turned him into something he never asked to be. The gentle voices were never in his head. They were the people who destroyed his life while smiling. Before chapter 5, Huggy and Kissy had never interacted on screen. They didn't even seem to know each other existed, but both were still alive, and Mob kept them around for a reason. Kissy was created after Huggy to replicate his success. She was branded as his other half, but does that connection carry over to the bigger bodies? Huggy was aggressive from the moments he was made. In chapter 5, we play through his memories and see exactly what they put him through. They strapped him in the chair, forced him to watch brainwashing videos, hit him with electric shocks, and when he got too agitated, they sedated him with red smoke. They even made him put other toys into the bad toy box. Huggy was conditioned through constant torture, and his aggression was the result. We know from the Experiment 1170 tape and those memories that Huggy was extremely aggressive in stressful situations. And we know Kissy's bigger body was made specifically to calm him down. They even tried the same thing with Mommy Longlegs by creating Daddy Longlegs to calm her down, and it didn't work. But with Huggy and Kissy, Playtime saw it could. And chapter 5 finally puts them together. During a chase sequence, Huggy is angry and coming after us, but at the end of the chase, we reach Kissy and Poppy. Huggy notices Kissy, and instead of attacking, he stops. Kissy slowly approaches him, calming him down step by step. They're 1 second away from touching hands when the prototype attacks them both. After that attack, both toys are damaged and discarded. Kissy lost her right arm trying to save us in chapter 4. Huggy is missing his left. They mirror each other, and the prototype took Huggy's hand and attached it to his own body. Whatever use Huggy had to the prototype, it's over now. So now both are damaged and discarded by the prototype. Huggy has always been an angry child, lashing out at everything. Kissy has always been the calm one, and chapter 5 proved that when she's near him, he stops. Kissy was made to calm Huggy down. That was always her role, and for a brief second, it almost worked. In chapter 3, Poppy shows us the Hour of Joy tape and tells us the prototype was responsible. He planned it. He made it happen. But the deeper we go, the less her story holds up. In an untitled tape found after the Doey fight, Poppy says, "I thought we were going to leave the factory." She thought the Hour of Joy was about freedom, but the prototype told them they can't leave because if they were found, new experiments could start all over again. And Poppy admits he explained everything and he's right. That's not the language of an innocent victim. That's someone who was in on the plan but didn't expect to be trapped afterward. And in chapter 4, the prototype calls her out directly. When Poppy says, "How much do you know?" he responds, "Everything." She freaks out and leaves before the floor beneath us explodes. She didn't want us to hear what he had to say. There are other red flags too. The messages written outside her glass case suggest people inside the factory didn't trust her before the Hour of Joy even happened. Mommy Longlegs treats her with open resentment, not like a fellow victim. And Poppy herself only gives us information on her terms. She controls the narrative, picks what to tell us, and withholds key details. If Poppy was truly innocent, why the secrecy? Why the need to frame the prototype as the sole villain? If she played a role in the Hour of Joy, then she's directly responsible for the massacre, the factory's downfall, and everything that followed. Blaming the prototype erases her involvement and makes it easier to manipulate us into helping her. And chapter 4 even adds more to this. Poppy apologizes to us for manipulating us in chapter 2 and abandoning us in chapter 4. But a document from the chapter 5 ARG reveals something else. After the Hour of Joy, Preston, Willard, and 2 other survivors ran into Poppy. They froze, expecting her to scream for a bigger body to come kill them. But Poppy was crying. She told them she wouldn't report them as long as no one asked her where they were. But if someone did, she'd have to tell them or there would be consequences. She let them live, but on her terms. That's been the pattern the entire time. What Harley Sawyer says to us in chapter 4 sum it up perfectly. Did she tell you her part in the Hour of Joy? That she knew it was coming? Or did she leave out that crucial detail? Has she not strung you along, betrayed you, and told you only what you needed to know to do exactly as she asked? Poppy wasn't a doll trapped in a glass case. She knew it was coming. She may have even helped make it happen. And she's been controlling our journey from the very beginning.